Hey, and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I'm Eleanor. Today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is for those of us experiencing some sort of delay or frustrating holdup, and then for how we can get the most out of it for all of that frustration. So let's make it worth our while, shall we? So I have asked what is causing it, what do we stand to gain from it, and then what to focus on during that time. So we have stack 1 is air, stack 2 is Gaia, stack 3 is shark. They are timestamped below, and let's get right to it. Stack 1 with air, thought, breath, and intention. You have rose, attract a relationship. Okay. All right, and then you have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Cups reversed, and then you have the Three of Swords reversed. Alrighty. Okay, so you are experiencing some sort of delay in a connection, whether it is like slow communication between the two of you coming through, or the two of you are taking it slower than you'd like, or you've been single for what feels like forever. It could be a lot of things. But mindset is the key here. And I'm going to kind of overlay this air energy over the whole thing and say that these cards apply to your mental space, a drama being played out on your mind. So for what is causing the delay, you have the Two of Wands. So here we go with intention that's mentioned over here. Nothing is happening yet because this is still in the planning phase. And it's hard to make a plan without a clear intention. And another thing I want to say here is that there is intention to act. There is intention to follow through, and there's intention to follow up, and that intention is being acted on in the form of making a plan. It's almost like it's saying that there isn't actually a delay. Planning is part of the actual thing, and they want you to integrate this into your experience of the relationship storyline as it unfolds. So if you like separate the intention and the planning from the carrying it out, it would appear that there is a delay. Now, for what can be gained by surrendering to the very important plan making phase, you have the Queen of Cups reversed. So you can gain a new understanding of your own shadow self, insecurities, triggers, or possibly anxious attachment styles from you. And it's vital to the health of any relationship, current or incoming. If you never are confronted with the task of meeting your own needs and naming them, how can you identify them clearly and directly ask a partner for a contribution in meeting them? And you can identify some core wounds from childhood for repair. Leveling up your self-security makes you intensely attractive. And yes, there is a cruel irony in that. Okay, so for what to focus on, you have the Three of Swords reversed. Healing yourself, plain and simple. Every relationship, no matter how loving, healthy, and stable, is going to feel insecure to someone who hasn't done some level of healing work on themselves. The anxiety comes from some past experience, and new people are just re-triggering it until you can deactivate the trigger, which is not to dismiss that if someone is treating you like shit, that's on them. That's not you. But when you heal, you unchoose people who treat you like shit. They're not saying that you have to do this to be attractive. They're saying to do it so that you can trust, so that you even are capable of feeling safe when you do meet someone special and who is safe. And that's why this delay is so frustrating, because plans fall through, and so planning doesn't feel like the safe landing of what you want yet. The intention is there to connect, to be in a relationship with you, and it deserves to be well thought out and benefit from this self-analysis and self-awareness. So I hope that makes some sense and gives you a little bit of a clearer picture, stack 1, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you. All right, stack 2 with Gaia, harmony, abundance, and life. And then you have lemon, access, innovative thinking. All right, and then you have the Nine of Wands reversed, Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, and the Princess of Cups. Okay. So this is going to involve a holistic approach. Where stack 1 was more of a mental process, this one is much more integrated, and it calls you outside of the box, outside of compartmentalization. There's also a literal call to go outside to connect with nature and to help you get outside of yourself, outside of the echo chamber of your mind and social media. So for what is causing the delay, you have the Nine of Wands reversed. And so somewhere along the process, someone or you has felt like they have exhausted all of their options and they're close to giving up. There's some burnout and a need to take a step back to refresh or for some more energy or insight to come in. And someone might think that they're done when they're not. Like, it's like the old way was unsustainable, and so there's a pause until a new way can be found. Someone could be giving up and saying, I can't do this. Someone else is going to have to take over, and no one has yet. So there is like a transitionary time where that something is being handed off to someone else. Now, what can be gained by this delay? You have the Ten of Swords reversed. So something can get a second chance or a new lease on life by stopping and finding a more sustainable method. The old modality was crashing and burning and got shut down in time to salvage and regroup and keep something going. So continuing to try to just white knuckle through something wasn't going to bring results faster. It was going to ensure results never came. So that line was getting closer and closer and closer to the x-axis, but was going to get infinitely closer and never touch. It's called asymptote in geometry, something like that. So this trend has been paused and rethought so closure and completion can actually finally happen. So for what to focus on, you have the Princess of Cups, your needs and your dreams, ways to be kinder to yourself or have more compassion or grace in the process. This asks for simplification, to connect to a modality that feels more natural, more in tune with the cyclic nature of things, more intuitive so that you can harness energies instead of fighting an uphill battle all the time. I mean, this is the way scientists will take inspiration from nature to invent new solutions to industrial problems. So get in touch with your own energy so that you can map its ebb and flow and then align the process with it. Get in touch with your intuition, because through that you could channel and download a solution out of nowhere without having to mentally grind it out. And this innovative thinking, it's activated when you access other parts of yourself that don't normally get to participate in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And focus smaller and simpler, more purpose and less grandiosity. So I hope that helps stack 2, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you. All right, stack 3 with Shark. It says focus, action, and fear. Okay, and you have Burgundy, awaken your passion. And with that, you have the Strength card. 4 of Wands reversed. That's interesting in that position, and the Star reversed. All right, then. So there is very clearly something that you really, really, really desire to be or to do, and your ego is playing its role to a T, trying to keep you safe, and it's still that fear in you that keeps you from taking risks, that keeps you small. And so for what is causing the delay, you have Strength, and you are having to summon the courage, and it is taking time. You might be gathering your strength or getting revved up over and over only to back down. And this feels like procrastination, but it's like a very specific type of procrastination. There's a type of procrastination where we will try to learn all we can about something before doing it. Like, okay, let's take learning tarot for example. It's like watching thousands and thousands of videos about card meanings, how to start a tarot business, how to care for your decks, how to care for your space, how to have ethics, all of these different things about being a tarot reader, and never feeling like it's enough, never feeling ready to actually just pick up a deck and sit down with a supportive volunteer and move into the learn by practicing and doing phase. You really are putting in the effort to build self-trust, which is good. But there's also like a pushback. If you do try to force something anytime, as soon as you try to force, there's a resistance that's equal to it. And there doesn't seem to be any ground able to be gained. Now for what you can actually gain from this, because nothing is all bad, you have the 4 of Wands reversed. So you could enter a scene at exactly the right time because it's counter to the herd. Like having an amusement park to yourself because you go on a weekday, or a cool place all to yourself because you go in the off season, something like that. Or like right when your competition sells out, that's when you come onto the scene seemingly late with something fresh to offer, when demand is high and no one else has any more supply. There's also something about being kept on your toes and not being caught sleeping. And I'm also hearing by missing the mark, you stand out. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe it means something to you. So for what to focus on, you have the Star reversed. Finding those hidden pain points and fears so that they can be illuminated and awareness can be created. This is like, where's your hope hiding, or that secret hole where it's draining away? You can't process what you don't know is there. And you might have to look one of your fears dead in the face to see why it is there, what is it really trying to protect you from, and to see the not scary reality of it. And like denial and ignoring it is giving it so much power. And it's like the deep dark sea is scarier because what you don't know is in there. Also, lapsed and forgotten dreams, like your first hope, your first wish that you ever remember making. Hang it back up on your mental vision board. What did you used to know, or what powers did you believe that you had that were so threatening to the world that they almost successfully convinced you were not real or were not there? So that's what I have for you, Stack 3. I hope it makes some sense, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you.